Good evening. Coming from a little town in Pennsylvania. Okay, folks, time to do a history lesson. Today was Family Day to our friends and neighbors and citizens up in Canada. And here in the United States, well, isn't it like Washington's Day or something like that? Yeah, we wouldn't even know. Presidents, I don't know. Right now, globally, it seems to me that um, if it's not in your face now, how corrupt and evil the world governments are, you're insane if you can't see it. And what they're doing to common people and common citizens of the world. This isn't even about one country and another country. This is about good and evil, folks. Get this. We had codes and keys because guess what? Evil has to reveal itself. We saw it in the 66 books of the Bible that they left us, and they've been stripping even books out of the Bible for decades. Oh, this one isn't any good, but this one is. They've been lying to us about everything. When you wake up to the fact that since we've been born, we've been propagandized, we've been brainwashed, we've been subject to pollution, fluoride, and all kinds of radiation, when they had the entire time cures for almost every single disease that they've been holding back from us. The common people of this world is not your enemies. I've said this before, friends around the globe. I've had my platform for 4 years. And I saw the systematic fall and censorship of the media. I've been heavily censored on this platform because I'm dangerous, because I tell the truth. I expose these people, and I've exposed them to the tarot community. I've been an ambassador for the Most High. That's my leader. We were never meant to be under any government rule. Yeah, it's okay to love your country because you see the good in humanity. But when you have people who are ruling over you that hate you, it kind of messes with you. And it messes with your psyche because the whole time you were growing up or I was growing up, we were told that our government had our best interest at heart and just trust them. I haven't cried so much as what I did today. I just had this messed up feeling in the pit of my stomach for the last few days. And then I sit and I've been watching heavily what's going on up in Canada. And you need to realize that what has been running this world is a bunch of tyrannical. And it doesn't matter if they are a Democrat or Republican. It's not even about that at this point. Please understand this. God says, as in the days of Noah. What does that mean? What were they doing back then? When the disciples asked Jesus, when will you see my return? And his response was, as in the days of Noah. What were those days like in the days of Noah? I'm going to challenge you to read it. I want to challenge you to look up Trey Smith's documentary on the Nephilim and as in the days of Noah. These demonic forces have enveloped the hearts of our world leaders. They said about Hitler being like the second Antichrist. Well, now it's a global one. These demonic forces have taken over every single sphere. And I know that this is going to, I've probably already been tugged by bots on here. I can guarantee that. It happens every time I go live. I'm a danger and I'm a threat because I'm going to tell you the truth. They know it. Oh, and when I start, don't even ask me to pull cards on this shit. That's why I've been frickin' backing off from even getting on YouTube. But I think I'm going to have to start coming back again, folks. Some people call these dark, evil forces. Look, they just took over the people's shells. Their spirit is gone. Over sexualized children to teach them that there's multi-genders. There's dicks and there's penises and vaginas. I'm sorry, there's only two genders. I mean, people might be confused, but why would they be confused? It's probably because they've been brainwashed. Some of these people, these globalists, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm telling you the truth. Everything is falling in line. Be prepared. I was saying it last night as I was angry. I was very angry because the last thing I want to see and deal with is a civil war, another one in America. However, like I said, I know the American people are an over-emotional. I'm one of them. But I'm not going to lose my shit and go out and shoot anybody. I have empathy. If it comes down to it, I will fight for what is right. But I will never die on my knees, ever, begging for something that God gave me freely. These people can't take it away. Humanity needs to wake up and look at themselves and admit where we were passive and become more proactive in making sure our kids and grandkids have a future. I'm telling you, I know. First off, I can't even imagine how the people of Canada is feeling right now. This is what I need to tell you, my American citizens. Look, what happened up in Canada, they showed that to the whole entire globe as an in your face, this is what we're going to do to you. And Americans are like, I think the fuck not. They want to start a civil war here. So we need to hold off on that as long as we possibly can. I'm not saying give up our freedom. Oh, no, no, no. Freedom is given to us by God and God alone, and they aren't God. None of them. We need to stop putting these politicians and world leaders on a pedestal like they reign supreme. God never wanted us to have a king, ever. He wanted us to be able to govern ourselves with morals and dignity and mutual respect and love for humanity, love for our neighbor, and love for God. Not censor your neighbor if they disagree with your point. No. You love them even if they disagree. It's just a mutual respect which has been lost. And it's because of the propaganda, the media pitting us against each other with bullshit, psyops. I'm telling you, my truckers here in the United States, don't get caught in the trap. Please be smart. We need to play chess now. My American citizens, we need to be 10 steps ahead of these people. Be smart. Our forefathers in 1776 played chess. Their war tactics were stupid, like they just kind of marched in lines while they figured out that militia is the way to go. Either way, beyond all that. By the way, that's what won the Revolutionary War. However, I'm afraid it's going to get to that point. I really don't want to see it get to that point. But we need to stop judging each other. The common folks, the people who aren't ruling, not the ruling class, not the elites. They hate you. They think you're stupid. They think you're just going to believe their lies. What's the most painful thing is when you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been taught has been a lie. That's the painful part. Truth, the real truth, is hard to find. Our friends in Canada were systematically disarmed because they figured that, their government cared. Well, now they realize they don't. They mean nothing to them. The people who deliver their goods are considered shit to their government. He proved it. Their dictator, because that's what he fell into, a dictatorship. I posted stuff on my timeline. He is a dictator. And what scares me is these convoys in the United States. Look, they're going to do the same exact shit here. And they're going to hope that we start shooting cops. That's their plan. Either you're going to take an ass beating or you're going to start shooting cops. And I know how my American brothers and sisters are. They aren't going to take an ass beating. Not the truckers. You need to play chess with these people. Look, if you don't, I know this may be hard to hear, but we got to this point because we didn't nip it in the ass when it started. We took it up the ass, is what we all did. Can I get a yeah? You're right, Blue. And we figured it would just work itself out because how many conflicts has happened in the past and we were okay. Well, now what? Guess what? Now it's not okay. Your world is changing right before your eyes, and it's a scary freaking thing. And it's dark, and it's disgusting, and it's in our faces. God promises if you repent, He will hear your prayers and heal your land. That's a promise. However, God also helps those who do help themselves. I think what we need to do as a society is ignore the mainstream media, first off. Second off, we need to ignore our politicians completely. Stop watching their dictatorship. You'll be much happier. And we need to stop being each other's brother's keeper. Let people live their lives and leave them alone. If you don't agree with them, that's fine. It's cool. You don't have to. You may have a difference of opinion. That's what makes the world go around. We're not going to all believe the same things. But should you hate your fellow man or woman because of that? Is that a good enough reason to hate somebody because they don't think the same way you do? No. Or because they're not the same color skin as you? Fuck no. We have to look at people by the contents of their character. What does their character say? And I'm not saying, oh yeah, look at me, I'm doing this for this person. No. Just being a good person and showing you care means a lot more to people than lame words. We saw what words got us, didn't we? We saw what words got us. Gaslighting, projections. Now they want to censor your speech. You can't say certain things. Well, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. Like I said, I'll never beg for my freedom or mine from nobody. That's just the angst my great granddaddies put in me. We don't bow down. We don't kiss nobody's ass. We work for what we have, and we mind our own business for the most part. Unfortunately, we've had so many of our ancestors and forefathers who fought in these useless wars that were propagandized too. They've been warning us. How many of you have been missing your grandparents? Many of them were World War II vets or lived during World War II. Many of them, I feel, have saw this type of stuff, but maybe not to the awakened degree that we have because we have the internet. We can see the truth right in our face. So in a way, the internet is a blessing and a curse. It has connected us globally, so we can actually talk to other people in other countries that aren't evil. Even though we've been propagandized to believe, oh yeah, this certain region, all the people are evil. When no, it's the governments over the people who are evil, not the people themselves. Most people don't want wars. Most people don't want to fight. Most people just want to live and let live and leave them alone. How about we start minding our own business and doing what's best for our families? And we all need to take a real hard look in the mirror about where our programming and how we think really came from. Did it come from a place of compassion and understanding, or did it come from a place of division and hate? This group against that group, this religion against that religion, this race against that race, this gender against that gender. Have you noticed the trend? When honestly, what's going on behind the scenes is much worse. What they're doing is much worse. They're destroying our children, people. They're corrupt. Say a long, hard prayer for world peace. I swear, the only world leader right now, and it's pretty sad I have to say this, but the only world leader that seems to have his marbles gave a speech today, or should I say a history lesson, about protecting their own damn borders from being invaded. I was pretty pissed off last night with my freaking message, and I apologize for getting so frustrated and angry. But when I see stuff like this happen, and injustice, and it just seems to be getting darker and worse, I'm just like, God, how much? Oh my! I don't even want to ask how much worse it can get. I don't even want to know. Another friendly, quick reminder I'm sensing here. Remember, your ancestors that fought for you, they're still around you. They're still watching over you. Right along, every person has an angel, if not two, assigned to them. You need to activate your angels. I know it's not like kumbaya. Night, Olivia. I love you. I know it's not kumbaya. I hate to say it, but dark forces, satanic forces, have officially taken over the world. And you're seeing it. Please wake up. Understand you need God. And there is no politician that's God. None. Not Trump, not Biden, not Hillary, not Putin, none of them. Not old Trudy. I'm going to call him Nat because he's, yeah. His mother should have spanked him a bunch of times. He was probably a little dictator right out the frickin' wazoo. From birth. Either way, oh, that's right, we're not allowed to spank our kids anymore. Right. Anyone who hasn't felt sadness for what has happened over the past few weeks, especially past week, I don't know what's wrong with you. There's a book from Ron Paul. Pretty sure it was Liberty Defined. I might have that confused, but there's a book called Liberty Defined. I'm pretty sure it was from Ron. I'm not sure. Either way, read that book. It talks about the possible systematic takedown of freedom. It's happened. Right now, there's just a false sense of it. As far as like, yeah, our politicians are going to save us. No, they hate you. They hate us. Let's just come to the freaking terms with it. I've come to the look. I've come to the understanding. This is just something. You have your liberals, who are basically your overt narcissist, and then you have your Republicans, who are basically your covert narcissist. That's how God showed me. They're just warmongers, most of them. On the right, they want war. The liberals just want pedophiles, rape your children. They're disgusting. They completely demoralized ethical ways of doing things. There is no morals with these people. The right kind of has a form of morals, but under it all is George W. Bush. They're all in on it. You need to understand this. It's not red or blue. And up there in the parliament, I see no difference. None. I see the same type of rhetoric coming out of our own Congress here in the United States is what I see up there in Canada with their parliament. It's the same shit. When I really believe they're just different wings to the same fucking bird. Understand this. They just want us fighting. They want Republicans fighting with Democrats. There's the other one. They want religions fighting against each other. They want ethnic groups fighting against each other. They want all of us commoners to freaking divide because that's how they conquer. And they did a damn good job doing it. Didn't they? How many of us have lost family members, friends, loved ones because they divided us? How many of us? I pretty much don't talk to anybody anymore. I don't trust anybody. Except for my kids, my animals. That's pretty much it. My parents. People have shown me the most immoral, hateful, corrupt ways of being. They have no ethics or morals anymore. They want to suck the titty of the government, whether it's government funding or unemployment. We cannot rely on these systems to take care of us, people. Not anymore. We have to learn how to do everything from the ground up ourselves, whether that's create our own medicine or teach, homeschool our own kids until this shit gets worked out. I don't think we should even have any kind of leader. God wants us to govern ourselves. Look, that's just the way it is. God should be your supreme ruler. That is it. And how you treat other people and how you talk about other people and how you look. I don't like evil people. So that's the one thing I won't tolerate is evil. I won't tolerate that. And neither should any of you. The evil is in the hearts of people. And there's good in the hearts of people. Sometimes there needs to be a complete and utter collapse in the system for people to finally wake up to what's really happening. I'm not saying sit on your hands. I'm not saying you need to work for your own survival at this point. And I'm not saying work for like we've been. I'm saying grow your own food, take care of your own kids. Might have to go back to the 1800s. Who freaking knows? But we better figure out this real freaking fast. We better be smart about it. Okay? Don't go into a panic, but be smart. The thing that they want is to steal your peace and your joy. Okay? Don't let them do it. I knew that this was coming. I've been saying this is probably one of the reasons why I haven't been on YouTube for a while. And I've just been absorbing what's about to happen. Not to mention, then I pick on a lot because this is a worldwide forum. I pick up on what's happening in the spirit realm. And what I was picking up on, I didn't like. I did not like what I was feeling. Because I knew that something was about to go down. And it was revealed to me who's behind a lot of this. And nobody wants to believe me. A lot of Canadians know. They know now. The 13 families? Yeah. We're all a bunch of evil bumclots. I always like that Canadian word. Awesome. I can't say it as good as you guys can. I have this Pennsylvania Dutch accent. Sorry. You know? Don't be in despair. We need to play chess now. We need to see what their plan is, and we need to be 10 steps ahead of them. God will show you if you ask. You'll just get hints, and you'll get knowings. It's like I said last night in my rant, where I went ballistic. Probably one of the most controversial videos I don't know. I've done a lot of controversial videos. That's why I'm shadow banned. But I had to get this out. I had to tell you what I've been feeling. For some reason, I just knew that I needed to do a complete facelift and energy lift on my home. I don't know why, but I know when I do things that make my environment feel better, I feel better. There's many people out there also, I'm going to tell you, be very, very careful. Because there is a lot of people out there that are demon possessed. You need to make sure you're pray before you go out, pray over your kids for protection. If you ask God to protect you, He will. In supernatural ways, our forefathers knew the power of prayer. All of them did. And that's the one thing they attacked was our Christian faith. We are the last Christian nations on this world and on this earth. We're the last stand for freedom, technically. Whatever you want to call this. Like I said, my fellow citizens here in the United States, we need to start showing compassion and love for one another and understand that our fight isn't with each other. It's against dark forces who seek to destroy us all equally. If you aren't one of those elite people, you're who I'm talking to. Either way, stay prayed up, people. And I'm just hoping that we're not about to fall into the same damn trap that Canada just did. Because it looks like that's exactly what's about to happen. And they know if they try to push that stuff at us, yeah, it's probably why they left us have our weapons. Remember that. They want us to destroy ourselves. You get that, right? They want us to fight each other so that they don't have to do it. They want us to kill each other so that they don't have to do it. They want to depopulize the whole entire world by 90 freaking percent. They only want 10% of the world remaining by the time they're done with this. 2030. So you're aware. Either way, my citizens of the world, I love you. Be brave. Stand tall. And keep your chin up. You weren't made manifest at this time for no reason. There's a bigger reason you are all here. And it isn't to serve tyrants. It's to serve God and do what you're called to do. I love you. Have a good night.